Okay, I got some 3/4 stock in the spindle here. I got the camera sitting on the headstock pointed down. I don't know how well the footage will be, we'll see. But I faced off the end. Now I'm going to turn a 250 diameter back. Here's the drawing for it. And 250 diameter back, 50 thousandths. So I'm going to come up here and touch. This is a high-speed tool bit. It's cold rolled steel. I'm going to touch, set my travel dial over here to 0, and we're going to move over. We're going to take 50 thou. Start right there. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And let's see where I'm at. I want a 250 diameter to fit into those little pockets that we did on the cylinder. We are at 400 even. So we're going to take another 100 and then a 50 thou cut after that. And then I'm going to take 50 thou. That should take us right up down to 250. Just going to just double check, make sure that it fits in there. You know, I want it to fit, that'd be a pretty tight fit. I want it to fit kind of loose in there so that it's... Up here and touch. I don't remember where I was at. Because when I put the silver solder on it and then heat it up, I want it to be loose enough to where it'll just drop in place. So that's why I want to make sure that it'll slide on there fairly easy. Well, what diameter did I end up with at that end mill? Oh, 245, so that must have been a regrown end mill. So let's take another 5 thou here. Should fit now. Wow. What diameter I got here? I thought I was right. Oh, we're still not the size. We're 10 thou. We're 10 thou over yet. Huh. Now, why would that be? I thought I had that figured out. It wants to go now, but it's too tight. I want it looser than that. I want it so it drops down on that flat fairly easy. So Whoop, what am I doing? What am I doing here? There we go. So now we want to get a tool with a fairly decent sized radius. What I'm going to do though first, I'm going to take a part off tool and come over and plunge in. I'm not going to part it off. I'm just going to mark it to where it is going to be, because this is, you know, I got a drawing, but it's like I can make it to whatever I want. It kind of look that I think looks good, you know. So I'm just setting my part off blade straight here. It was a little crooked. I could probably back you up a little bit, huh? There, how about that? Like right there. Alright. So, this blade is a 90, I believe. Yep, 90 thou. And our overall height of that is 475. So I'm going to come up here. And that is out to the end. 475. So I'm going to touch 0. Go 90. And then I'm going to go 475 from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 60, 70. 75 right there. Because really I could just leave it just like that if I wanted to, but I want to kind of make it a little bit more contour, or a little bit smaller out on the end where it engages. Ouch. So I want to get a tool with a big radius, but I want one that'll cut and not chatter to beat the band. Asking for a lot there, because usually with a tool with a big radius you're going to get chatter. Let's slow way down. So let me look, see what I got. This one looks like it might be a candidate. This is ID's threading tool on one end and big radius on the other. And whatever I used it for, but. And I'm going to set my height. I can see right now that it's way low. It's way too low. Right, what we got there, still way too low. Too high now. Still a little bit too high. That should be pretty good right there. That looks good. Alright. So I'm going to slow my RPM down considerably. I'm going to go down to 360. Off of it, and we'll start out with about a 50 or 65 cut. And let me see, what do I want to leave it? Leave about 125. That's about where the radius I want the radius to break out at. That scribe mark I put on there. Somewhere in that vicinity. Like right about there. Another 60. It's a high-speed tool bit, hand ground radius on it that I probably did many years ago. That radius has been on that tool for a long time. 60 more. Let's see what we got. What we got for a diameter there. One on the end. We got about a 450. Well, I'm going to take at least another 60. 20, 40, 60. Let's see where we're at. We are at 380. I'm going to take another 60. And I think that should be it. Didn't quite get in all the way, but I'm going to file a radius on that yet. I do have radius tools, but I don't think I can get in there with it. Pretty good. So that that will be the first one here. Now I'll part that off, and then on the back side, drill and tap a 1/4 20 hole for a 1/4 20 screw. I'm going to part that off, but I'm going to take the camera away because I don't want the oil splattering in my lens, because you have to definitely keep the part off blade lubed, or you'll end up with it grabbing on you. So, and plus I'll kick the RPM up a little bit more. I'll probably run that at about 600. Well, let's see if I can get some oil on that without getting it on the lens. That's not too bad yet. I don't know what kind of steel this is. It's an old galvanized bolt. A big bolt that was cut off that I saved the material. You want to make sure you keep your part off blade lubed, well lubed and cool. I thought I'd be splashing it around, but I guess not. Oh. I didn't like that. Wasn't too bad. One little scare, but it wasn't so bad. There's one. And we'll do it again. I'm going to cut away and go ahead and do it again, and then I will turn around and try to grip on what's left of this diameter on the back side here and drill and tap a 1/4 20 hole in there, so I can either put a stud or a bolt in there. More than likely it'll be a stud. So I will be back when I get that done and I get it flipped around and drill and tap a hole. So I'll be back. Okay, the camera shut off on me, and what I was saying is I flattened out some solder into a little strip, cut some pieces, put them in underneath, along with some flux. And I'm just going to use my little, hopefully just use my little butane torch here. and get it hot enough. I hope. I was going to silver solder them, but then I changed my mind. I may have to get the acetylene out anyway. I don't see any solder coming out yet. Solder likes to flow to the heat, so once it gets hot enough, it should How come my other camera battery went dead? So, and all my batteries were dead for it, so I have to charge them. So I'm back on my little camera here, and what I did was I soft soldered them. I put a little ribbon of soft solder underneath each one, set it up like that, and heated it up, and it worked. So that's how it's going to sit. It's going to sit on here like that. But before I do that, I don't like the looks of the one on the back side here. I don't know if you can see it. It's, you know, being that's at an angle, it doesn't blend in real well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a dab of JB Weld and put in there. This is going to be painted anyway. You'll never see it. And I'll just put take a Q-tip and smooth it out around the base of this, up on the top here. And I might do that, although this one here looks pretty good. Yeah, I might leave that one alone. Just the tail, just the crosshead one is, you know, not the way I kind of envisioned it. I should have made that step a lot less, the 250 on that one back there, but oh well. Maybe I'll change that on the drawing to make that only like 25 thou, because that's about what it would have been. It would have been about right then. Or I can just put in the notes that I use JB Weld to smooth. You don't really see it from up above unless you get underneath and look at it. So I don't know, it might be all right that way even, just that I know it's there. And I drilled and tapped. I'm going to put 1/4-inch studs in here. And the 1/4-inch studs will go through these holes, and then there'll be a washer and a nut on the bottom to hold that in place. So, next thing to work on. I'm not sure what I want to work on next. The drawings. Drawings there. There. I printed out a few of them. Okay, so we have that done, that done. This is the base if you were going to make a base, which I'm not. I'm going to be making. Maybe I'll make the flywheel next. Here's the page 1. I don't have all the pages printed out, but I have some of them printed out. Page 1 and then page 2 with the material list. So I need to round up a piece of steel that I can cut the rim out of. Because what I plan on doing is make the rim, make the hub. The spokes will press fit into the hub. There'll be a slip fit into the rim. So once you press all these in, it'll lock it in place.
That's the plan anyway. So I need to round up some material, 3 inches, 150 in diameter. So then I can round up a piece of square stock, I suppose, and then go to the 4-jaw, bore the hole in it, and switch back to the 3-jaw, clamp on the inside, and turn the outside. Sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan to me. So I need some material, 3.5, well, let's go 3.25 inches wide, or width and height. And oh, I messed up, didn't have a dimension on here again. See, I'm finding my mistakes. You know, we used to have our shop proofread our drawings, and things like this they would scribble on the drawing if they spotted it. You know, like what's this dimension and what's that dimension, and I guess I'm just not being meticulous enough. But I'll bet I have it in material size. If I have that material size written down, this is item number 2. Let's go to page 2 here. Where's page 2? Oh, for crying out loud, I just had it here a second ago. There it is, page 2, item 2, flywheel, OD. Oh, I only have the OD, I don't have the width. So I'm going to need to correct it in the material list also. So what I need to do is okay, I'll fix that. Although whatever width I make it would probably be just fine. But I need to know that before I go and round up stock. But like I say, I'm going to take some square stock, bore the hole in the 4-jaw, then clamp it in the 3-jaw, turn the outside, and I'll leave the outside just slightly heavy so that when I put the spokes in, lock it in place, I can put it in 5/8 collet and finish turn I'll probably finish turn the OD. I'll probably leave it a little thick also. I'll finish turn the OD and the sides and everything back to the hole or the hub. So anyway, it looks like I got to go and get a number before I can round up some stock. And I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be crappy again, so I'll be out in the garage again, out in the shop. So I will get the numbers here and try to round up some material tonight, and that way we'll be ready to give that a shot tomorrow. So until then, catch you guys later.